Greetings all, Ferrari-Man 601 here. Welcome back to F1 2018. Today we're going to do another 25% race, this time with the Williams of Sergei Sirotkin at Monza. Short qualifying session presents itself to us right now. Let's go out onto the track and see what we can do.
All clear the garage, please. Car ready to leave.
What I really want to do here in this race is just get some track time, get some seat time, learn more about the AI, because as we talked about in the last video there, the AI apparently like to cause accidents to your expense. So we're going to see what we can learn about those somewhat terroristic tendencies of the AI in F1 2018. I've not touched the AI settings, still running at 88%. We'll see if they behave themselves or if we're left on the sidelines again. But before we can race, we must qualify. Therefore, we shall do that presently. Not sure how well you can hear them, but the sounds are quite nice on this Mercedes engine. Nice upshift sounds. Listen for the downshifts. Nice, and you even get the anti-lag gurgle as you're off throttle at lower revs. Very nice. I will say, though, the game's instrumentation, in terms of showing you what's going on with your MGU energy store, it's not very well suited to this Williams. Obviously, Williams still running a fixed screen on their dashboard, but the MGU data that you're looking at, you can barely read it from this perspective here. Not the game's fault necessarily, it's a Williams car design fault. Alright, anyway, let's richen up the mix. Set our MGU to hot lap mode, and off we go. And we've completely overshot the first chicane. Interesting. And we're going to take out all the barriers, that's okay. That's the braking point I use in Formula Hybrid 2018 on Assetto Corsa, and this car had no chance of stopping, so we're going to have to brake a bit sooner. Alright, let's try to get this right this time.
We're up into P7, push for P6.
Discretion, better part of valor there going into the first chicane. Look at that, 5 seconds improvement in a single corner. I am spectacularly good. No, I'm really not. Anyway. Chicane, Vettel throwing a little dirty air in our direction. Probably the closest we'll ever get to Sebastian Vettel this race. Ah! Still 7 seconds above our previous time. Let's see, what's this good for? P9. P10 now. Probably not going to make it back around with the fuel we have left. It's not expecting to have to do 2 laps, but there it was. Overall, I have to say I'll echo the sentiments that I was expressing in the previous video. Definitely a different feel on these cars this year. You can really tell that they have applied that new suspension model to great effect. They do feel a whole lot more believable. But, weirdly, they feel like they're actually unstable in places where you'd expect them to be very stable. For example, through Ascari. This is flat in Formula Hybrid 2018 on Assetto Corsa, and you're feathering the throttle all the way through in these cars. Maybe the Williams is just that bad, so I don't want to get ahead of myself, but just some interesting details to note. Down to P13 for us. Back into the pits there with that slot car-like change of direction. I'm pretty sure Sirotkin's head is now someplace in the grandstand, but yeah, still those choppy animations getting us into the box. Small detail, doesn't really matter. Let's see where we stand in what remains of this session. All right, what have we got?
Best lap so far is a 1:25.3.
Okay, Hamilton with a 1:22.6. We're down here in, yeah, 17th. Well, that's pretty much where the Williams is supposed to be. Look at where Stroll is. He's only directly in front of us by about 2.5 tenths. So that's reasonable. Let's put a new set of Super Softs on. And, well, let's head out one more time.
Everyone ready? Okay, let's go.
Down in P18. Wow, this is absolutely abysmal. Again, we are just looking for seat time, trying to get experience running with the AI, trying to understand how they work. That's the goal of today's affairs. Looks like we seem to have a clear track. That'll be good for us. And off we go. Nobody in front of us. That's what I like to see. of understeer there through the first lace mole. Lock up there on the right front for the second. Still better than we did last time through there. What have we got at the line? 5th. That's a difference.
Lap time moved you up into P5.
And we've overcooked it. That's okay. I want to box this lap anyway. I don't think we're going to do any better than that. This is very similar to what we did in the Haas at Spa. I just hope that that doesn't put us in a vulnerable position like it did at Spa. Practice this pit in one more time. That's caught me out several times on F1 2017. The limiter line comes a lot more quickly than you expect. Don't want to mess that up in the race at 4.5 minutes of qualifying left. Seems like the short qualifying session gives you theoretically enough time to get 3 runs in, just. I'll be content with my 2. That's about it. We'll wind down the session and see where it shakes out. I'm expecting to be punted down the order a bit farther, just like we were at Spa. But all in all, I think we could be fairly pleased with that qualifying effort. I think there's a way to skip forward, accelerate the time. I don't know if you can do that. But this is our timing screen now. 23.705, just behind Kimi Räikkönen. That's pretty good. That's pretty good for Williams. Of course, everybody here has only done 1 lap, and I've done 3, but Verstappen can't catch us yet.
Our best
Interesting.
lap so far is a 1 minute 23.7.
I can read, thank you. But yeah, that's not too bad at all. Let's skip out of here. We'll end qualifying, and we'll see what the final order is.
As we wind down from the excitement of
Aha!
qualifying,
P5.
here's a look at your top 3. Vettel, Hamilton, and Kimi Räikkönen. Goodbye for now then, but we're really just getting started. Make sure to join us again for Lights Out tomorrow.
Well, that's very encouraging. Obviously, Vettel on pole. The Ferrari fans, the Tifosi, will be very happy with that. Hopefully this happens in reality. But look at that. P5. Has Sirotkin ever qualified any higher than 16th? That would be pretty crazy to get him up that high in the order. Our teammate down there in 18th. That's atrocious. And poor old Charles Leclerc. So we're really lacking the horsepower here at Monza. But we do have to see what happens. The AI, they are terroristic, as we found out at Spa. Can we keep ourselves out of trouble at this race? We're going to find out momentarily. Stand by. Welcome to the grid here at Monza. A ridiculous P5 in this Williams of Sergei Sirotkin, but yeah, we have got ourselves some work to do. Mostly, I'm just concerned with surviving today because, yeah, I don't trust the AI at all. So we have some exploring to do, some experience to gain, and some racing to do. Stand by. Got a formation lap this time. It was a setting error on my part.
Okay, our system checks are good. We need to stay in formation and start bringing the car up to temperature, please. Get some load into the tyres and work the brakes. We want them nice and warm by the end of the lap.
I don't know why the engine mix and the ERS deploy setting goes up to such a high level by default. It really should zero everything out to the lowest settings, because there's no reason why you'd want to be spending MGU energy on the formation lap, but there it is. Just get everything up to temperature. Bottas doing some weaving there, almost got into the back of him. Get our settings set up for the race. Wait for the computer to take over. Expecting it to do that at any moment. There it is. Interesting. It's doing some weaving all by itself right now. I don't know if that's something that it normally does. This is actually my first formation lap in this game. Actually doing a couple of burnouts too. That's interesting. Anyway, to the grid. Everybody else assembling.
The start sequence will begin as soon as the grid is formed.
Interesting little graphical glitch there, but lights are up. Off we go. Seemed like everybody in front of us hesitated ever so slightly after the reds went out. We're in a sandwich. To the inside, big lockup for us. Trying to make it through the first chicane. And we've done it, and we've made up a position as well. Vettel and Bottas going wheel to wheel.
The rest of the race.
Let's not be too optimistic and try and move up the inside here. On lap one. It's Hulkenberg very close behind us. Vettel and Bottas still going hammer and tongs in front of us. We've got a great slipstream here on the two of them. This could be dangerous. It was Hulkenberg taking a look up the outside. He's going to have to back out of that, and he does. I've definitely got straight line speed. How about that? They're all braking fairly early. And we're sticking with them. This is very exciting stuff indeed. See what we can do. We've gapped Raikkonen. He's made it around Hulkenberg. Well, so far, Vettel and Bottas being pretty civil with each other. They're racing hard, but they're not making contact. That's good. And this is actually exactly the situation I wanted. I wanted to be close behind the AI. I wanted to get a sense of how they operate, and that's what we're doing now. I'm just sucking up every last detail right now, trying to figure out what sorts of moves are they going to do, when will they attack, when will they back off. Speaking of backing off, Bottas doing that. He's left us in his slipstream again, though. Vettel has built a little bit of a gap now to the Mercedes. Should have DRS this time by.
DRS will be enabled this lap. You can use it when within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone.
A little bit of a run. I don't think it's quite enough. Bottas goes defensive a little bit. He's locked up big time trying to defend that position. Worked up. All right. Raikkonen, he's doing the perfect Kimi Raikkonen impersonation. He's not trying to attack us at all. Interesting. Second Lesmo has been giving me trouble since qualifying. Maybe just trying to get my head around it now. Raikkonen with DRS on us behind. Bottas pulled out a little bit of a gap that time through. Raikkonen right there. We're going to go defensive. It's coming up the outside. Let's not make contact if we can help it. We don't.
Check your MFD for a new strategy option.
I do not want to change that strategy. No, thank you.
You'll be on the softs.
Bottas again closing up the racing line as you'd expect. Raikkonen taking a look. Got alongside us there briefly. Held him at bay. Yeah, really not able to make any inroads here on the Mercedes. It's interesting. Similar horsepower, but not the same chassis by any means. Go defensive to the inside on Raikkonen this time. He tried to sail it up the inside through here last time by. That was never going to work. Bottas stays out.
The gap to the leader is 6.0 seconds.
Bottas with no DRS. This could be our chance. Wow, he's just so much better on the brakes. I had DRS and I had the aggressive line. I still couldn't get him. That's encouraging, and notice he didn't try to run us off the road.
Okay, we need some energy harvesting. Reduce ERS deployment.
Ah, yeah, screw that. That's good, though, that they get on the radio and remind you about those things. So you're in lockstep with somebody, you could well forget to think about that. He who breaks last keeps the position. Bottas stay out? Yes, he does. Once again, does Raikkonen stay out? Yes, he does.
Box. We're coming in this lap.
Raikkonen getting alongside us. We have a run on Bottas a little bit. Can do nothing about it. Stroll's in the pits. That's what DRS does. Going to be pitting on this lap. Ah, don't throw it off. All right. Just saved it.
Remember, box this lap. Keep an eye on your distance to the speed limit line as you approach.
Gotcha.
Make sure you don't speed.
All right, see if these guys pit in front of us. I have to believe they will. They do. You know what? We're going to stay out. Take a picture. Sergei Sirotkin is leading the Grand Prix. Box this lap.
Pitting this lap then. Come into the pits at the end of this lap.
Definitely not doing so great in clean air. Again, this Williams just has problems all across the board. That was illustrated in the test after the Hungarian Grand Prix. They painted the entire car in FlowViz. Normally you see the teams just paint the front wing or the rear wing in FlowViz or whatever. Williams painted literally the entire car in FlowViz. It was hilarious. That just tells you that they have no idea what anything is doing. Anyway, coming into the pits now. Watch the limiter line. There we are. Gonna lose our track position, but where do we come out? Probably 5 or 6. Off we go. Wow, this engine is bouncing off the limiter here. Please don't blow up.
Pit strategy complete. See these tires through to the end now.
Wow, that was ridiculous. Why? Huh. It was almost as if the clutch was in. I was accelerating a little bit, but the rev stayed up so high. It came off the limiter. I don't know what that was all about. Safety car is out.
The safety car has been deployed.
Why? Why?
Make sure you keep it positive as we catch the pack.
All right. P6 for us. Safety car's out. What's our car status saying? Because that engine wasn't good at all coming out of the pits.
Some information.
Vettel's out. Wow, Vettel is out. That's crazy. Is there an accident? What's the reason for the safety car? I don't know. Engine looks fine. All of our critical driveline components look fine. That was just a weird thing coming out of pit lane. All right, well, our pit strategy's done. Working lap 8 of 13. With Vettel out of the race, this could put us into 4th. Let's catch up to the queue. There it is. We're in P4. There are Raikkonen and I think Bottas in front of him. I have no idea where the hell the safety car is. It's weird just coming out of the pits. They call the safety car. Yeah, it seems to be outside of De La Rocha now. Yellow's in front. Still trying to catch the queue. It's a huge gap that the leaders had. Only now do we finally catch up to them. Verstappen directly behind. It's going to be fun. Now nobody take me out this time. Don't run up the back of me when we're restarting. Just don't do that, please and thank you. Looks like we're going to restart with 3 laps to go. That'd be cool. Getting out of line with everybody else because I don't trust the AI now on these safety car conditions. What on earth caused it? I don't know. All I know is that Sebastian Vettel's out of the race. Full race update.
We're in P4. Raikkonen ahead. Less than a second separate you. They're on fresh softs. Verstappen is behind you. The gap is less than a second. They're on fresh softs. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. 4 laps remaining.
Looks like everybody here in the top 5 on the same tires. Well, we're 2 for 2 on doing these 25% races and getting safety cars. I sincerely hope that this one ends a little bit more happily than our previous attempt.
Ready to go racing again. The safety car is in this lap. When the field accelerates, remember, there is no overtaking until the green flags.
All right, I can't accelerate right now, and there's the same deal with the hand going up. See Sirotkin's right hand kind of having a thumb spasm now. I've got the throttle floored. We're under speed limit. I can't even brake really. I still can't accelerate. All right, now we go. They really need to give you a countdown or something because you're hard on the throttle when that happens.
Okay, clear.
And then you're just going to get wheel spin like you can't believe.
Gap to teammate behind is 4.8 seconds.
All right. We're on effectively new tires. They're freezing cold, comparatively speaking. But I do have a full ERS battery. And enough of a fuel surplus to where I don't even have to worry about it.
Bottas has just made a pass for the lead.
Bottas in the lead, that's cool. They're telling me what's going on in front. Understeer City. DRS should be enabled next time by. Ocon with a run there in the Racing Pointless. Not Sahara, not Force India, Force India. That's a sandwich. And then they just hesitate forever. Seriously, they overtook me and then they stopped. Weird. Very weird.
There's 5 laps of fuel remaining.
And now I'm going to overtake you. Thank you. And now it's a train behind us. Lost a whole ton of time, though, because of that. Two laps to go.
Is up in first place.
No prayer of challenging Raikkonen now.
The head is 4.3 seconds.
Yeah, not a chance. Car has definitely gotten away from me as we've gotten later into this race. But let's try and hold on to what we have. Do they have DRS? They don't appear to have DRS yet. Let's park it right in the middle of the road. No, I do not want to help you down the straight. Coming up to our final lap.
DRS has been enabled. DRS is now enabled.
Okay, Ocon under control. Let's just carefully bring this thing home. In a good position, P4 and a Williams, that's something that never will ever happen again. Unless Robert Kubica gets in the car, of course. Then they'll probably win the rest of the season.
We've only got 2 laps of fuel left.
Let's park it right in the middle. Honestly, what kind of move was that? Esteban, really? What was that? That was a late decision on my part. That worked a treat. Back up into P4. Here we are. Haha! 4th place for a Williams. How about that?
Take care of the car on the way in.
Well, that was action-packed from start to finish.
So, another fantastic
Quite
victory for
cool.
the Silver Arrows.
That's a different picture than we had last time out. I could deal with that.
How exactly did they set themselves apart from the pack today?
Well, I'd say it's just raw pace, plain and simple. I mean, we could sit here and talk about strategy all day, the overtaking, looking after the tyres, but at the end of it all...
This dialogue
if you
seems
want to
rather
win,
familiar.
you need a package
I guess
that's
they
got the
can't
speed over
re-record
everyone
everything
else, and that's
from one
exactly
year
what
to
they
the
had
next.
today.
So as I say
Podium
that,
time.
we can see the drivers coming out now to collect their trophies. It's yet more silverware to take back to their base in Brackley after another excellent Grand Prix.
And Kimi Raikkonen, Mr. Consistent, on the podium yet again for Ferrari. Nice little change there this year with the podium sequence. You can see some confetti now, some streamers coming out. Nice touch. Final results.
And now I'd like to ask you, Anthony Davidson, who was your driver of the day?
I think I'm going to give it to Daniel Ricciardo. He's come through the field
What?
so well today, you know. Well deserved.
That's it for today's Grand Prix, and from Ant and I, it's goodbye, and see you again next time.
Well, Anthony Davidson is still misguided as all hell on his Driver of the Day nominations. Sergei Sirotkin clearly should get Driver of the Day. I hoisted that Williams up to P5 in qualifying, finished 4th in the race, up 1 spot. I beat, let's see, who did I beat? Sainz? pretty respectable. Ocon, pretty respectable. Verstappen and Ricciardo, very respectable. Look at Ricciardo down there in P8. I'm 4 spots ahead of him, and he gets driver of the day. Anthony Davidson, what are you smoking, sir? Anyway, coming down through the field, everything else looks pretty par for the course, except for Sebastian Vettel and Sergio Perez. What happened to those guys? I don't know. Considering that they're the only DNFs, I think they could well have gotten together, and that's what brought out the safety car. But nonetheless, that is where we stand here today. Very interesting. Also just good to get some experience in the first couple of laps behind Bottas and Vettel, just watching them going side by side with each other. They were very firm, but they were fair. They really didn't make contact. They gave each other just barely enough room, and it worked. So that was some good learning experience for me in terms of understanding how the AI are going to work. Safety car restarts also, I learned you are under a speed limiter. It doesn't matter what you do with the throttle, and to some extent with the brakes either, and you're just giving back the throttle with no warning at all. So if you're at full throttle under the safety car, you're going to get a whole ton of wheel spin once the computer gives you that power back, and you're probably going to spin. So just be mindful of that. It's something that I'm going to have to take forward with me as we are progressing here with F1 2018. But this is much more of a conventional sort of video. This is the one I wanted to make the first time, but here it is. So I do thank you all very much for watching. We're going to be seeing more of F1 2018. Thank you, everybody. FerrariMan601 signing off for now, saying thanks, and of course we will see you soon.